Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. At kung bago ka sa channel na to, I'm Za and this is Za Canada. Well, the last video that I posted is all about the TR to PR program at kung paano at kung kanino siya mag-a-apply. Again, the video that I posted last time is not official. I mean, there is no official update yet from the IRCC what exactly is the guidelines or kung sino-sino ang pwedeng mag-apply. Pero, there are things that we can do kung gagawin na natin yung mga bagay-bagay na ginawa ng mga tao. Kasi this is not the first time that it happened. There was a TR to PR program back in 2021 and the documents that they prepared para makapagpasa agad sa program na yan. So yan ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. What are the documents that you need to prepare in order for you to grab the opportunity agad-agad for that TR to PR program this 2026. So, abangan. Panoorin hanggang dulo. So, quick recap lang tungkol dyan sa TR to PR program. So, once again, TR to PR program this 2026 is the government plan to transition about 33,000 temporary residents already in Canada to permanent residents through this initiative. Okay? So, again, this is not as much as those, or the number that I mentioned is not tantamount or is not equal to the 2021 TR to PR pathway. Kasi, back in 2021, that was 90,000 or about 90,000. And today, or this coming April 2026 na ilalabas nila, it's only for 33,000 in the span of 2 years. So, 2 years na 33,000 lang. Okay? So, if you are not prepared, you might lose your chance. So, that's why this video, we are going to talk about the documents you should prepare now. Okay? So, bakit nga ba importante na i-prepare or ihanda yung mga documents na nararapat para sa program na to. So again, many immigration programs are first come and first served basis. So remember, for the caregiver pathway, there is only a number of caregivers who can submit into once inopen nila yung slot. I cannot remember, but back in March 2025, there was about only 3,000 caregivers na pwede mag-submit ng application nila sa portal. I'm not sure if it's 2025 or 2024. But anyway, caregiver pathway is a first come first serve basis too. Kapag inopen nila, let's say for example, inopen nila ng March 20. Let's just say, ng March 20. Pagka-open nila ng March 20, within seconds na ubos agad yung quota for caregiver. So probably, again, most likely, it might be a first come first serve basis, which means kung sino yung nakapag-submit ng complete application, then sila yung may chance na makapasok sa program. So if your documents are not ready, you might miss the cap, you may delay your application, or you might lose the opportunity. So the best strategy is to prepare everything ahead of time. Okay, so the first document that you need to prepare is your language test result, like your IELTS General, CELPIP, TEF, or yan yung and TCF Canada. Nakalimutan ko kung ano ibig sabihin yan sa French, but yun na yun. Yun na yung mga kailangan yung i-prepare sa ano tawag yan? Sa language test. Bakit? Kasi madaling nauubos ang language test. Pangalawa, most of the time, if you need to reach a certain level, it really takes time for you to prepare for that certain level. Let's just say that you currently have, example lang to, okay? Let's just say that if you currently have a CLB level 6 for your English or for CELPIP, naka CLB 6 ka in all competencies, yung reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Pero kailangan mo pala ng CLB 7 just to make sure na pasok sa banga. 'Di ba? So, it really takes time for you to review the structure or to review on how you can speak fluently para maabot yung CLB 7. So, these are the types. So, it will be better if you already have that ready. Kasi, again, when it comes to this exam, may validity period din siya. Let's just say naman na nakuha nyo na siya. Kaya lang hindi nyo napansin na pa-expire na pala ang inyong CELPIP or ang inyong language test. So, make sure to check the validity of it and retake as needed. Okay? So, the next one is work experience documents. So, these are employment letters, job contracts, pay stubs, and T4 or tax documents. So, the employer should list your job title, your duties, your working hours, and your employment dates. Well, the next one that you need to prepare is your education documents. Most of the time, sa PR application, they are requiring WES. Or yung ECA, yung galing sa Education Credential Assessment. So, kung meron na kayo niyan, mas maganda. Kung wala pa, kumuha na kayo. So, once again, this kind of application has its validity period as well. Ang alam ko, or as far as I know, the validity period of that particular document is only 5 years. So, kung matagal nyo nang, kagaya ko, I got mine back in 2021, I believe. So, mag-e-expire na siya ngayong taon. So, most probably, I'm going to check the validity, the expiry date of that particular document and renew it as needed. Kasi may nakalagay naman doon na pwede mo siyang i-renew lang. Kasi nga, nasa kanila na yung nasa kanila yung documents mo. All they have to do is just update the expiration date. Yung parang parang yung sa credit card. So, kailangan lang nilang i-extend, kumbaga, yung validity period. So, again, if you studied in Canada naman, well, you have to prepare your diploma, your transcript, and your graduation letter. The next one that you need to prepare is your police clearance. So, especially sa ating mga Pilipino, NBI. Kailangan nating mag-renew ng NBI kasi kung more than 2 years na tayo dito at more than 2 years na natin na nagawang NBI natin sa Pilipinas at nakalimutan nating i-renew sa online, then kailangan na naman tayong pumunta or mag-request sa embassy or send a letter of authorization dun sa kamag-anak natin sa Pilipinas para makakuha ng MBI para sa atin or on our behalf. So, yan yung gagawin ko. Nag-expire na yung police clearance namin or yung NBI namin. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just send a letter of authorization to a person na magkakatiwalaan sa Pilipinas, and then I just have to ask him to scan it and send it to me via email. And siguro, para mas mabilis, actually, the only reason why I'm asking him to scan it, para meron na agad akong kopya. And I would eventually ask him or her to send me the original copy, either by mail or kung may tao talagang kakilala ako na pupunta talaga dito sa Vancouver para i-pick up ko na lang in person. Anyway, so that's it about police clearance. Travel history, you have to make sure that you have your passport pages, your entry stamps, travel records, and airline tickets if available. So yan yung mga travel history. So for example, if nag-travel ka pala sa Mexico, let's just say, you have to make sure that you have the scanned copy of your passport pages para yan yung isesend mo sa immigration. Okay? Or sa IRCC pala. Sa IRCC kapag nanghingi sila ng travel history mo. Okay? So identity and civil documents. So this is one of the most important documents as well. Passport, birth certificate, marriage certificate if applicable, and driver's or divorce documents. I'm sorry. Divorce documents. Yan na nagagawa ng hindi malinaw ang mata. Okay? Okay. IRCC requires copies of passport pages and personal identification documents for PR application. Also check. So, i-make sure nyo na, o i-double check nyo kung malapit na mag-expire pala yung passport nyo. Okay? So, if yes, it might be better to renew it now or as soon as possible. So, bonus tips lang. I myself create a folder in my own laptop or in my own USB or flash drive. At dun ko nilalagay lahat yung mga documents, mga pertinent documents na maaaring i-request ni IRCC. So I already have the scanned copy of everything that IRCC may need. And you may want to do the same thing. You have to compile all the necessary documents in one folder in your laptop or in a flash drive. That includes your language test, work experience, education, identity documents, and travel history. Para upload lang na upload. Kasi if you may notice, it really takes time to scan the documents. At minsan, hindi natin maiwasan na nakakatamad siya. And nakakatamad siyang gawin, especially kung napakadami mong kailangang i-scan sa buong araw. So, paunti-unti mo nang gawin, and aside from nakakatamad, if you're the type of person na maraming trabaho dito sa Canada, na tulog lang talaga ang pahinga, onting tulog lang ang pahinga, then, ang hirap talaga niyang isingit sa isang araw. At kung wala ka pang printer sa bahay, then you have to go to a store, kagaya ng Staples or ng ano pa ba yung nag-i-scan ng mga documents. Alam ko lang Staples eh. Anyway, yun. Kailangan pumunta sa Staples para makapag-scan ng mga documents mo. Okay? So you'll have to do this everything in advance para ready na or to avoid cramming or panicking. Diba? Okay? So, yun. That should be it for now. So, that's it. That's all the things that you must prepare or we must prepare for this coming TR to PR pathway. And most important documents, kailangan meron na tayo niyan lahat. Okay? So, opportunities don't come very often. So, opportunities like this, minsan, bihira lang mangyari. So, we have to make sure that we do everything in our power para hindi tayo manghinayang sa susunod na. Sana pala, pinrepare ko na, sana pala. So, walang ganun. Walang regret na mangyayari kasi ginawa natin ang lahat. Okay? So, the best thing you can do right now is be ready. Okay? So, that should be it for now. I hope this video is helpful for you. At laging tatandaan, hindi kailangan maraming pera. Basta may peace of mind. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Until next time, bye-bye.